morning protected them. Abraham's morning protected them. Thus they were sent from that place of judgment, for it had no power over them at the time. Now remember, we're talking about, as we've read through these lessons, in case you're a little bit late, this is Joseph was thrown in a pit, and he became the ruler of Egypt. And then his brothers showed up, the ones that threw him in the pit, and he didn't treat them the same. And he saw his brother Benjamin, and all this was for Benjamin. Oh, I got ink on me. Cool. So all of this comes down to they were afraid. They were afraid. Why were they afraid? Because they threw Joseph in a pit, and they knew they did wrong. He saw Benjamin. All this was for Benjamin. That's what it says. And so now, as soon as the morning was light. So this is not an incohesive random lesson. As soon as the morning was light, the men were sent away. What does that mean? These men were sent away, Abraham and his donkey, and that's going on to tell us that Abraham's merit. Exact payment and only merits of Abraham's morning protection. That's an interesting thing, because if you understand, Jacob was daddy of Joseph, and then Yitzhak would be granddaddy. In this case, Abraham would be great-granddaddy's merits, which is interesting because it says he does these things 2, 3, 4 times with a man. And so now we have Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, and Yosef in a stack of 4. If you guys are understanding what's previously been taught, you may be learning amazing things. If not, please join at school with Yura. There's a lot of prerequisites. So Rabbi Yehuda, there he is, Petach, opened, continued with the verse, and he shall be as the light of the morning. He shall be as the light of the morning. Look at that. Petach. Icha ba'ucha or, there's the light. Bokar, morning, and then Zohar, Zerach, Shemesh. The light of the morning, some of the sun. This is the light of Abraham's morning. When the sun rises, refers to the son of Yaakov. The son of Yaakov. As it is written, the sun rose upon him. Bereshit 32:32. In a morning without clouds means the morning is not so cloudy. It's saying no judgment. It's clear, shining after rain. The brightness that comes through rain. The rain of the side of Yitzchak. Oh, Gavura. For that rain causes that the grass springs out of the earth. 2 Shemuel 23:4. Yitzchak. Wow. Da Yitzchak. Okay, another explanation of the phrase Dabor Akr. What? The poor other? Dabor. That's the poor, Dabora. That's Malchus of the Akr, the other. Ukaur, also Boker. What? Another explanation of the phrase as the light of the morning. That says something very special, folks. By that light of Abraham's morning, Bahahua, Nahiru, Nahayiru. You should already know what Yiru is. Da Boker of the morning of Abraham. Astonishing. All right, another explanation of the verse. See, this English doesn't do it, but okay, because that actually says something else, because there's 2. As the light of the morning, by the light of Abraham's morning, the sun rises, which is Yaakov, whose light is as that of the morning. There we go. Kesegivur Tifres, because they're a Chad. So, let's see here, sorry. The morning without clouds is not dark, but shining. For when morning comes, no judgment has sway. All is illuminating. on the side of Avraham. In the clear shining after rain, this is the side of Yosef the righteous, who showers upon the earth, Malchus, right? Esau gives me Malchus to produce grass and all the goodness of the world. 229. Here's Amor Rabbi Shimon Tochozi. Rabbi Shimon said, come and behold, when night falls. Besheta Dalila. It says Laila with 2 yuds. When night falls and spreads its wings upon the world, snow white donkeys. That's Kesed and Lilith. They will come out and reign over the world. Numerous accusers are aroused on several sides to rule over the world. When morning breaks, they all vanish and lose their dominion. Each comes to its position and returns to its place. Indeed. Another explanation of the phrase, the morning was light, is that when Abraham's morning breaks, that's the right column, the men were sent away. And that's Enosh. Enoshim. But really it's Ani Hashem. Ani Hashem. Okay, so it refers to the accusers who rule by night. They and their donkeys, these are the female donkeys. Not rule and are not seen. When the morning comes, the female donkeys in charge of sinners are considered the same as male donkeys. Because the light of the Torah, Yaakov in this case, the Yod He Vav and He, is what we ought to do what God says. Anything else leaning to the right or to the left, inappropriate. There are no upper grades that are not divided to the right and left into mercy and judgment. There are numerous grades holy on the side of holiness and defiled on the side of defilement. All grades stand on top of each other. Indeed, God made all things. Wherever Abraham's morning is awakened into the world, wherever Abraham's morning, that's the Sephiros of Kesed, is awakened into the world, the forces of the left are gone and have no sway, for they cannot exist on the right side, only on the left. Only on the left, where there is judgment. The Holy One, blessed be He, made day and night to give each its own proper aspect. Happy is the portion of Israel in this world and the world to come. Day, Yitzer Tov, night, Yitzer Hara. Day, night. And then here's Kesed, the spirit form. This is the heights of heaven. Esod is the lowest limit of heaven. And then Malchus, the physical form, down here, reality. Right? And we all have our own world of Yetzirah. So day and night in this case. Now there's more to it, obviously. Way higher levels, but that's one example we can see by connecting it, by actually having a map. Now this is where it gets amazingly scary, because really it says Rabbi Chaya. We know Rabbi Chaya specifically, Chaya, life. Fetach, Fet, 480, Vayamor. He said, but to you who fear my name, Uza Ruacha. There's a final hey with a vav in front. Lacham Yirai Shemai Shemesh, the son of the righteous Sadika, righteousness. U Marafa shall arise with healing in its wings. And that's Ba Kanopia. Malachi 3:20, but it says so much in the Hebrew, the Aramaic. Certainly 2 wings, ba, 2, canopy. We already know Chen and Hevel, Yud and Hey. Anyway, moving on. Rabbi Chaya said, but to you who fear my name, the Son of the righteousness shall arise with healing in its wings. Come and behold, the Holy One, blessed be He, will cause to shine upon Israel. Just a moment. Shalom, shalom. The sun. That's Zeranpin. Tifresh. Holy One. Which the day and the world was created, He concealed from the wicked in the world, as it is written, and from the wicked their light is withheld. Job 38:15. So here's the forums, for example. And if no one follows the Torah, they don't know what this means. And if anyone doesn't know Yira and doesn't know his works, they'll just instantly reject this. And it's just, okay. Then if it's locked. It's locked away. It's like, don't learn the letters, you can't have access. Again, the English translation doesn't give the Hebrew and the Aramaic specifically here either the true depths that it deserves. And from the wicked their light is withheld. The Holy One, blessed be He, stored that light for when it first came out. It shone from one end of the world to the other, but when He looked upon the generations of Enosh, the generation of the flood, the generation of the Tower of Babylon, and all the wicked people, He stored the light. He stored the light. Yeah, because it's at the end of days King Messiah arrives. Imagine what they'd do with the light. They can only defile it. Look at the state of the world. When Yaakov came to contend with Esau's minister, who bit his thigh. With Esau's minister, so here it is, Yaakov, and it says Da'at, Yaakov, and an U'at, Dabuch. Bahahua, there's two, Hahua, Mamana, who bit his thigh, and he limped. There's Esau. It is written, sorry, there's Ma. The sun rose upon him. Bereshit 32:32. What is this sun? It is the sun that was stored away, which has healing in it, to heal his thigh. When he was healed through that sun, it is written, and Yaakov came to Shalom. Ho. So here's Yabo, Yaakov Shalom. Whole. Bereshit 33:18. Meaning he was whole in his body and healed. Whole. Shalom. Ba'in Gufa. Yad Hey. Da'atzia. That's astonishing. Okay, a couple more. 236. The Holy One, blessed be He, will therefore uncover that sun in the future and shine upon Israel. As it is written, but to you who fear my name, the Son of Righteousness shall arise. The Son of Righteousness being the Son with which Jacob was healed. It is with healing in its wings, because everybody will then be healed. When Israel rise from the dust, many will be lame and blind, because they can't see the letters. Holy and blessed be He, will shine the healing sun upon them, as it is written, with healing in its wings. That sun will then shine from one end of the world to the other. Israel will be cured, but the idolatrous nations will be burned by it. Concerning Israel, the verse reads, then shall your light break forth like the morning, and your health shall spring forth speedily, and your righteousness shall go before you. The glory of Hashem shall be your rear guard. Let's look at those words. The glory of Hashem shall be your rear guard. And so here's Sadiq. The glory is kabod. Kabod. Hashem is the two yuds. Okay. Now, this word here, kabod, kaf and bait, is a value of 20 and 2. And then vav, dalet is a value of 10. So this is the 22 holy Hebrew letters and the 10 sephiros of the tree, which we'll show you a tree picture right here. Page 31. This now, right, run 111. We'll kick back, sorry. There was 152 again. There's a tree. Yeah, 152. So this is a tree of life. And so you can see Keter Chokmah Bina, Da'as is missing, Kesed Gevurah Tiferet, Netzach Chod Isaz Malchus. Guys, white bones, red flesh, yellow piss. So this is your forms, though. So the lower portion of the tree without Keter Chokmah and Bina, so without the crown, and then this is wisdom and understanding, and this is Da'at. So it's likened to be headless, and this is called the Merkab of the chariot, the horseman, if you will, right? And so this right here shows us it's also the cup. Look like a cup, right? And also, if you can see, here's three-dimensional space, because we all have vertical, horizontal, and diagonal. And so these 6 points create the three lines that create the three-dimensional space we exist in. And then our reality is down here. And so in the same likeness, we have forms. We've been shown these forms, thankfully, through Yira. You'll have to go find Yira through at Yira, go through Restoration of the Beach, or at Yira. But you can see this has been mapped out from the basics of the tree. And there's things to it that show the truth of this build, is that you can see that blue mixes with yellow to make green, and red mixes with yellow to make orange. So you can pretend the sun's not going to come up, but it is. And you can pretend God didn't make all this stuff, but he did. He made good and evil. He made all these things. He's in the center column. The center column. And so Yaakov was in the center column, and Yosef was in the center column, and he was thrown in a pit. He was thrown in a pit. And they're talking about the arrival of King Messiah. Now, the other things they're talking about are the 4 legs of the throne. The 4 legs of the throne are the fallen Mashiachim, if you will. These 4 legs which with King Messiah sits upon. Most people don't know about these things because they don't have the education to go with it. But with the construct, you can begin to see what we're actually talking about. Also understand that this is south, north, east, and west. And so these types of things are eternal, or they're eternal. And in the same likeness, we can see the holy name constructing worlds. And really what we see here is the lower worlds of the holy name, Vav and Hey, or only Zoom of Hey. Vav represents 6 in Hebrew, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Aleph, Beit, Gimel. These are the 7 forms. Hashem says these 6, yes, these 7, I hate. They're an abomination. So what happens is, down here in reality, the 2 men are discussing ALEPH Memshin. What is ALEPH Memshin? Oh, well, it doesn't matter what you think, or it doesn't matter what you feel. Everybody's got eyes on top of nose, nose on top of mouth, head on top of chest, chest on top of tummy. So that stuff's way up here where we're not talking about that. Because as soon as you start talking about the constructual level, there's no room to have an opinion. It's just the sun's going to rise. All of these things are what they are. But on the Vav, the Zeranpin, which is the world of Yetzirah, we have our forms. And so we zoom in and we can see we all have desires, we all have emotions, we all have mental forms, right? And so we have this physical form down here where we connect to everybody. And then above us, obviously, your body's doing this, but your emotions are above that. or like how you've endured your soul, or like we all believe somewhere that we're a spark of the endless. Like for some reason, as something animates us. You can call it the life spark. You can call it a spark of the endless or God. We have a holy form. Many people use this as pride to justify whatever they want to do, right? Desires. We certainly have desires. Where does our emotions come from? I want stuff because you have desires. And if you don't get what you want, you throw a fit, right? These are very easy build, very common, but it hasn't been mapped out until Master Yura, straight up. And then the spirit form, that's the thing. I want to be free. We all just want to be free. This also has to do with and restriction. And so then on these forms, these are called the 7 eyes. They're called the 7 eyes because when we lose sight of God and we're not seeing ALEPH, Mem, Shin, and all around us, we're not seeing that everyone matters. It's just about what I want and how I feel and what's my body going through. And then it's all of this. That's called idolatry. Because at the end of the day, it ain't about you and you're going to die just like everyone else. So you better recognize you are going to die and start appreciating what God's really given you. These moments, your family, whatever you got. And so once you realize that, this is what the connection is, to understand that it's been mapped out for us. So for the first time, because the whole world's in pain, suffering, and everyone tries to hide it. But the truth is that these forms exist and we don't know how to map it. It's never been shown to us until Yura. And Master Yura has come and he has mapped it out. So we have these ports and then these things like snakes grow on it like hair. They're called experiences. We have past experiences, right? You go through trauma. Don't you know what they did to me? Oh, I was thinking about this stuff. All of these things, my body went through all of these things. I'm damaged, I got broken this. Don't you know my gizzard or whatnot? Well, all of these forms build up like snakes or hair. This is the Yetzer HaTov, the good experiences. Oh man, I love when I went and did that thing. Oh, I'm in love. Whoa, and then all of these types of things, right? Over here, Yetzer Hara. The Yetzer Hara is the bad. So we have the good inclination and the bad inclination. And so this 7-headed serpent over here, don't you know what you did to me? Don't all of these things. And they store up like data, dross, on top of silver. Yeah, 7-headed serpent, that's right, Achi. It builds upon our forms and it becomes lengthy. And so we think back, every experience we have then begins to get filtered through this sum of experience, where again, we have forgotten about God at this point, and the eyes of Ziranpin have opened. And then when that occurs, it's all about someone else. It's all about me, what I think about them. What I think about something isn't reality, or what I feel about something is not reality. And so when these build up, it creates the head of this giant serpent. And so all of this connects and has been mapped out, thankfully. My book is beaten because I read a lot, but Master Yura's made this available to see things that are way beyond normal human conception, mapping out of the bones, the body, all how this connects, like your blood and your bones, the crown jewel. This is very important. And so, and even here's the mapping of Abraham. So let's just look at that really quick while we're just discussing Abraham. This is what the tree looks like. And remember, we're looking at the lower top was cut off. We're talking about a manifestation of Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, and then Yosef fell down way below under this. So when we're zooming in, we can see he's called Father Abraham, right? Father Abraham. So he's Kesed, but he's father. So he's up here in Chokmah, and then each one of these connects and creates a stack. You can zoom in and out of each socket as what we call the Bible or whatever is actually scripted to have a map that goes with it. These are called tikkuns. And you can see here, Yitzhak was father, so he's up in Chokmah, and Rivka was his wife, that's Bina. And then down here, here's Esau, the older brother. Yaakov wrestled with him and is healed down in Malchus. And then here we have the zooming in and out of Yaakov in the center column. And so as you go through this, we have Rivka. Master Yetzer built the whole tikkun for this. Here's Daas. He put a stone under his head. I encourage you to get this book. It's a free PDF. You can get it off of my picture. It should be, if you can open my bio picture and get a clip of it, it should open with your picture to a free PDF. But it'll tell you all these things and make all these connections for us. So again, it's really important to understand. This is just a flicker. All this is through at Yura. Time and space, it's all here. The things you want to know about God, all of it, whatever that even means. ALEPH motion. Eyes on nose, nose on mouth, head on chest, chest on tummy. Dinosaurs too. Plants are built the same way. There's no escaping the endless. Mr. Bunny, let's follow the white rabbit, shall we? Hello, Mr. Bunny. So I encourage you to follow the White Bunny to Master Europe. Follow Master Europe, most assuredly, because he's connecting all of these things. Okay, so there's the crown jewel. Learn your letters. You guys need to learn what that means. To learn that the letter ALEPH means air variable gases. And if you see that, you'll be able to see more of how that works. Air variable gases, fire covering for the light, water, solids, liquids, solids. So you have energy, gases, liquids, and solids. And these are just 4 of the Holy Hebrew letters of the crown jewel that we're using, and they do have numerical values with it. This is called Likutei Yira. Please, someone can please link him to Master Yira. Just say @Yira on there for him. This is the Zohar, and we're using the same letters, right, to move through these works. And so that's one of the things we just found out is this is the Kabbalah, is those 22 Holy Hebrew letters, and then I showed you the Sephiros, which are those 10 stacks. That's Kabbalah. That's what his glory really means. Because if I was to ask you, like, tell me what glory means, does that mean like you killed a bunch of people in battle? Like, what is glory? Define glory. Give me a glory. Buy me a piece of glory. Can I have some glory? What does that mean? Can I have some glory? Where do you get glory? That's insane. Like, we say these words, but we really don't think about what that means. We really don't even know what that means, but we speak them and something happens. Sounds are coming out of my face. O-Y-U, yeah, but right, thank you, Aki, much love. @Yira, please find that. You can link through his link tree, and I encourage you all to go to school, because he will take you off the charts. So here's glory, and here's the word kabod. I know people don't like when I tear up the book, but here it is. Here's what it is. There's kabod. So kaf, beit, vav, dalet. If you don't know the letters, you can't do the math on it, which is not that hard, because if I can do it, anyone can do it. So kaf is 20 and 2, and then vav is 6 and 4, so that's 22 and 10, that's 32. It's a total of 32. So it's called the 32 paths of wisdom, right? And then of Hashem, that's 2 yuds, because there's a right and left column, but we'll come back to that later. So take into account some of these things as we look at these letters. Most assuredly, we're talking about the 10 Sephiros and the 22 letters, which allows this full construct and for what we just be able to map out. And so with it, again, I'll encourage you, man, I'm sorry about the condition of my book, but I'm really not, because I love my book hard. To get another one. The PDF is free, the book's not. You can get it I think it's on Amazon and stuff. Glory to Hashem, man. If the cost was the book, it paid the ultimate price. I'll get another one, God willing. Reincarnate. Let's take a look at the man from Bosra. Who's this dressed in red? We're dressed in crimson, right? Coming out of there. Every one of these pieces of construct, let's put it together. Our environment. You look up at the sun, it shines its bright light, you breathe in the air, which is a restriction in and out of your chest. You cannot deny that. You can pretend you can't, but go ahead and hold your breath. Same thing with the water that leaks in and out your mouth, all the way down your pee hole. We all got it. Mr. Rabbit too. Mr. Fish. They are Aleph Mem Shin. We're all operated by energy. We all have what's called restriction, right? Restriction, expansion. And then we also have that in between. So we see the ALEPH, the air variable gases in between, and then Shin, Mem and Mem. So Mem is liquids again and solids, because you stand on the land, 1 foot on land, 1 foot on the sea. You can do the same thing. Eyes on nose, nose on mouth, head on chest, chest on tummy. How? I mean, how do we even logically account for that? If you were to try to nurse when you're a baby and your nose was anywhere else, you would drown. Your nose has to be in the location it is. So Hashem has made a perfect construct. The light above shines down upon the trees. The trees get their atmospheric exchange through their leaves, and their roots go down into the earth and slurp water. This is beyond time and space. Every galaxy will have a centralized star with space in between, some sort of planet. Well, really consisting of Mem, Sophies, etc. So these things are amazing to take into account here. All glory to Hashem. I'm just glad to be here. I'll follow you. Understand that the Holy One, blessed be He, is descending, is coming to arrive to do this thing. And that's the point. Yaakov contended with Esau's minister, who bit his thigh, but it was healed. He was whole in his body and healed. And we know that Yaakov went down after his son Yosef became minister of Mitzrayim, the king, like the ruler there under Pharaoh. And Yosef, there it is, Yosef, were born 2 sons before the years of famine came. So absolutely follow Yira, please. So I'm going to take my Boba Fett marker. Thank you for doing your job, sir. Hold my place. Don't want to get in there. Danger, danger. Much love, you guys. So I encourage you to follow Yira. You can teach free PDF. Again, get a free PDF. There's a world peace document that's small, man. I just tore the red lid off of this bad boy. There's a world peace document that's only 20 pages. Sorry, man. That's even ugly to look at, but it's only 20 pages. You can give your friends, your loved ones, check it out. And then you can get deeper if you want. It's like 800 and it's free, like I said. And then you can join school and really get the ride, folks. Like, let's wake the world up to something deeper. So I'm really grateful for y'all joining me. All glory to Hashem. Of course, and thank you, Yira, for making a way through the sea. All right, I'll hope to see you at the 6 o'clock reading. Shalom, Lala Tov Yom Tov.